What were you thinking when Uncle finds out we won't be welcome in our own lands? We have no choice, Samara. All of this is bigger than Aramor or Delia now. Friends, are you alright?
Hardly.
I think it's fair to say we've been better. The important thing is that we're safe now, thanks to you, though I'm still not sure why you did it. We're racing the sand glass against something far more dangerous than an army, and we're closer now than ever to knowing just who or what that is. I'm assuming you need our help to stop it?
Come on.
We should be fair, Irving. They just saved our lives. We think what's happening is related to the eternal aspects somehow. Then you've returned for the stone. Not exactly. We have a friend, a student of history, who has aided us in our research. He recently made some kind of a breakthrough, and he wants us to come and meet him, only he instructed us to bring a large force. Well, we've no plans to stop you, and it seems your uncle has plenty of troops to spare. We've tried. The war consumes his thoughts. He won't pull even a single scout from the front. All this to say, we were hoping you would come with us instead. This is absurd. Abandoning Red Hill to traipse about in the sands of Armor, chasing stories of evil shadows and magic stones. I have to say, I'm not sure your liege would be so thrilled about that. Brooke, not helpful. But Lincoln, what if they're right? That is uncertain at best, but as the mercenary points out, whether or not Varric will be so miraculously forgiving again is not. Make no mistake, if we do this, Delia will be no safer a home for us than Aramor. If they wanted us dead or captured, they could have had their way. It seems clear to me they harbor no ill will.
Now what?
What's left for us here anyway? Nothing but the ash and rubble we feared to find.
I've said my part.
I've said my part. Samara, if we entrust ourselves to your cause, I need your word of the throne of Aramor that all you've said has been both honest and sincere.
Of course.
You have my word. The oath is made, so be it.
We must.
And so shall it be honored. We'd better go. The sooner we catch up with Corvan, the better. There, sir, fleeing the flames, the defensive party Varric dispatched. Are you sure it's them?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Lincoln and the group of Brookstead. If I'm not mistaken, sir, they seem to be accompanied by Aramoran royalty. Irving. Should we pursue them?
Sir?
Sir, should we rally the cavalry?
No.
No. If innocents still live in Red Hill, they must be rescued. If not, they must be avenged. The deserters will meet justice soon enough.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. In Red Hill, the party is overwhelmed and surrounded. They find themselves in dire straits. At their darkest moment, Sarah and Samara reappear, ordering the Aramoran force to let the party go. Once they are clear of danger, they explain to the group that they have further leads on the necromancer. They have a contact, Corvan, Gulliver, who instructed them to bring a large force. As members of the Armoran royal family, they are violating their uncle's orders by leaving Oasis. He was unwilling to spare them any forces, all of whom he has sent to various war forts. Knowing the danger this necromancer might present, the sisters had no choice but to return to their newfound friends. They travel now south to a discreet location in the Armoran desert. Mistrust runs rampant among the group, but they are bounded by a shared purpose. Ah, you've arrived. Good. It's time we altered our tactics of observation. Glad to see you too, Corvan. Forgive me. It's fine, really. I rather like when you get to the point. Well, I presume you've received my letter. Wouldn't want to weary you repeating myself.
Can it be?
Yes. Arima, the tsundere, do you think it's really him? Travels are for thinking, dear Sarah. Research is for knowing. I am certain of it.
I'm sure of it.
I have been watching the road for some time. No other man, elf, or beast could so invariably rebuff challengers from every corner of Edland. Then this is where he's conducting his trials? That's what I suppose, in an old ruin, just a half-day's trip north. I remember the first time I saw him, before his exile. The stories said not a drip of his blood ever mixed with the arena, that he's blessed by the god of competition himself. Do you think it's true? All good stories are true, Samara. Only not all true stories are factual. Huh? But the bit about the gods, that one does appear to have a scrap of fact attached to it. From what I've gathered, Arima holds Theron's aspect. Right, like the one we located in Drakenweld? Precisely. Only this one should possess a nature of a different kind entirely. One that reflects Theron's domain of competition. What more I cannot say. So where did these aspects come from exactly? There are many competing theories on the subject, some quite ancient. One I found most compelling posits that during the age of Ascension. Alright, I'm sorry I asked.
How boorish.
How boorish. Listen, the important thing is we're here to help now. And not a moment too soon. I hear affairs on the front favor Armor. Now that Barrick has his soldiers turning up every stone in search of some troublesome traders. Word of that reached you already? Is it that dire?
All right.
Where is the story that slips past these ears unheard? Huh, you don't have to tell me twice. I'll tell the others about Arima.
Certainly.
Very good. The day is old. We should start for the ruins in the morning. I expect we'll have a best him somehow if we want him to talk. Should we expect a fight? Most definitely. believe you just pulled that off. We pulled that off, Garrett. I'm letting you take occasional credit for my genius. We've been over this.
Are you sure?
So now we wait. This is too good. What if Lincoln walks in before Bianca does? He won't. I memorized their schedules. Bianca is going to freak out when she thinks Lincoln has really been in love with her this whole time. Where did you learn to forge handwriting like that? Do you have any idea how many drunken love letters I've had written to me? Let alone the countless ones that were given to me to pass on to someone else. You read the ones for other people?
Really?
Of course I do. Sometimes I even change little details and ruin them or make them better. Was a good hobby, really. This is positively evil. But I only changed the ones that obviously had no chance or needed help.
You're really something.
That doesn't make it any better. Letters are private.
Can you not?
What's got up your pants today? Are you forgetting you were just all in for us for forging a love letter to Bianca? That was before I realized the framework came from other people's suffering.
Oh, come on.
Oh, don't be so dramatic. Half of them didn't even remember writing them the next day. What are you hiding now? Well, maybe I'm working on a letter of my own.
Could have fooled me.
Hold your horses. You what now? I said, maybe I'm working on a letter of my own. And you thought it was a good idea to tell me this?
Hardly.
Of course not. But you yelled at me to tell you, so I did. Fair. I do that sometimes. Who would this letter happen to be for? Wouldn't you like to ask? Wouldn't you like to know? I would. You sure have a lot of energy, Benji.
Hey, thanks!
Yeah, I get that a lot. My friends used to say my parents put fertilizer in my breakfast. That's an unpleasant thought. Hey, peak performance takes commitment. Can't argue with that. Did you grow up around Red Hill?
Nothing less
Yep.
than the best.
Born and raised. It's a good place. Always something to do.
Really?
Really? I'm a little surprised. That's why some rural folk move to the big cities, to be a part of the action.
It's simple!
Ha! Wherever Benji goes, he brings the action. Best way to win every race is to never slow down. I knew students at the academy who would have said the same. They were lots of fun to be around. Oh yeah, I never spent too much time socializing though. Plenty to keep you busy on a farm. Sounds about right. Well, maybe this is your big chance to see the world. I would have been happy to stay right at home, but no one burns down Benji's hometown without a fight. Besides, I'm always up for a challenge. That's good to hear. I'm sure the battles to come will challenge all of us. We'll need all the help we can get. Well, Benji doesn't pull punches. He won't have to worry about. You won't have to worry about that. Just be sure to pace yourself. It's hard to improve when you're injured. I always pace myself as fast as I can go. A scrape or two's nothing a healer can't handle. Well then, you'd better stick close to me. Ah, to one. Or you'd better keep up. Oh boy. Nice hat.
Oh no!
Ah, oh, thanks. Did I startle you? Oh no, not just well, yeah, haha. I guess you startled me. Figured. Sometimes I catch myself sneaking around without even thinking about it. Don't have to remember to do it in a fight when it's second nature, though. That makes sense. You really like beans, don't you?
Yep.
Yep. It seems you're breaking them out every time I look in your direction. Marin says I eat too much. You think she's right?
I don't know.
I wouldn't know. Doesn't seem to stick to you, though. You're young, and I'm sure you expend plenty of energy with your spells. I'll try telling Marin that. If you do, you never heard it from me. Got it. Well, good chat. Yeah. Can you believe how far we've come since the squatter? Of course, I can believe it. It's the grand adventure I always yearned for. I knew I would get it someday. Uh-huh. You know, it's alright to get a little homesick. I do. I miss my mom and pops sometimes, but there wasn't much in the squatter to miss. Why would I be homesick? Home doesn't need to be interesting or fun. It's a place of safety, a place you can be comfortable. A lot of cold comfort coming our way recently. Yeah, things have been a little rocky. Doesn't mean I'm ready to go running home to Momo. No, I wouldn't think so. Just want to check in and see where your head is. On my shoulders, last I checked. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. You and I are really one older brother away from being the same person. How do you mean? You've lived in a small town that you felt wasn't big enough for what you wanted out of life. So did I. Without my brother moving us to Sojourn, I may still be there. Oh, I don't know about that. You're sort of like a rock for me. I look to you to know how to act. You would have much better manners if that were really the case. No, I do. Not when we're sitting around or traveling, obviously, but when things get tense, you know that world better than I do. Well, not for long. You're learning fast, and we've seen more than our share of conflict already. I've got a feeling we won't be seeing the end of that anytime soon. I think we all have that feeling. Do you really look to me? More than I'd care to admit, actually. Wow, that's a weird feeling, honestly. I don't know how I feel about it. Next time we're in mortal danger and you feel a little heat on the back of your head, that's me sitting staring at you. It's creepy, really.
How cute!
Huh. I'd say a lot of things could describe you, Sia. Creepy is not one of them. You really make me feel like a better soldier, you know? You're so much more than a soldier, and don't let old Lincoln tell you any different. He cares in his own way. Thank you for confiding in me, Sia. I'm glad we had this talk. Sure thing, Captain. Your friends seem to trust you very much, Irving, with their lives, even. I'm sure they have good reason to. The Academy trained us all to be leaders as well as soldiers. Then you've trained you well. I appreciate that. Were you always so eager for war with my people? No, I'm not eager for it even now. A soldier should never be eager for war or peace. Only eager to follow commands. Well, an army without obedience is not an army. It would be a raiding party at best, or a mob. Some armies aren't so unlike mobs. Your own kingdoms are better than that. What makes you so sure? They stood down the moment you gave them an order. Their obedience to you saved our lives. And what if I had asked them to tear you limb from limb? Then I suspect they would have obeyed as well. That's not a pleasant thought, but you would never do that. Because someone has, in turn, ordered me not to. No, but you're still practicing a type of obedience. You're obedient to your heart in a way.
Of course.
I can live with that. I think that's what I'm trying to say, actually. Our world would be better to prioritize a higher form of obedience. If it makes the world better, I'm all for it. Two esteemed captains in the Delian army, now deserters. How in the Black Abyss did this happen? We weren't so esteemed after we had to stop a village from being razed by bandits to our itinerary. Remember that? I do. And what great use that memory is to me now. Never said it would be.
No.
No, you didn't. Look, Eric's not the man he was when either of us enlisted. We both know that. True, but he's still king.
Ugh.
Why should that mean anything when he's broken every oath he's ever uttered? Then the crowd has lost its weight. That feels like an understatement.
Troubling.
I don't know. If Sterling felt the same way, he'd be with us right now. There must be more to the story. Well, whatever it is, we're staying loyal to our oath to protect Warwick's subjects, even if he isn't. You once taught me the difference between fidelity and blind loyalty, remember? Huh, good to know you're paying attention. Now and again. You were lucky we were around to pull you out of that one, kiddo. At the aqueducts? Oh yeah,
No way!
you were lucky Benji was holding down the fort when you showed up. Is that what Benji was doing?
It's simple.
Yep, the arches weren't destroyed when you got there, were they? Not completely, but we also got there pretty quick. Well, you'll never know how it would have played out otherwise. I think I have an idea that can put you in a lot of danger getting big ideas.
How cute!
Better to avoid them for the most part, right? Ideas generally. Right. Or, well, there's a lot that's starting to make sense here. It's just something my dad used to say. Not too far from the trees, huh? I want to be like him in a lot of ways. That's part of why I'm so excited to fight with all of you. I want to carry his armor to new battles and new heights of glory. Well, try not to be like him too much. If we can help it, let's avoid you winding up with a debilitating injury. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. One idea you can put up with? Huh, yeah, I think so. I take it you're the son of Benji Weston class?
Benji!
Yes, ma'am. How'd you figure that one? Oh, the name. Anyway, my father knew yours when they were younger. I'm not sure if yours ever told you about it. Were they in the army together?
No.
Not quite, no. Well, most of the stories my dad tells are from his army days, so I don't know if I've heard it. Wasn't your father only in the army for a year? Yep, he always used to say he made more memories memories that year than the rest of his life combined.
Oh, come on.
I see. So he never told you of Henry Valmiran?
No way!
Oh, Henry? Yeah, talked about him all the time. How do you know him? He's my father?
Whoa!
Oh, I didn't even realize. Sloane Valmiran, Henry Valmiran makes a right bit of sense now that I think about it. Gee, I promise I don't always miss things like that. It's alright, Benji. We all have our strengths. Yours just happen to be not mostly physical.
Hey, thanks!
You can say that again. In fact, I think I'd really like to hear it again. Down, tiger. If I had to guess, I'd say we're quite close. Wait, look, ahead on the road. Is that Arima? Doesn't quite fit the description. Looks like a woman. Weird. She's just sitting there in the road. I don't like this, Corvan. Is there another way to reach that trials? Perhaps she doesn't notice us yet. Huh, I'm afraid it's far too late for that. Who are you? What do you want of us? My name is Helena. We seek the same champion of legend. You came to challenge Arima by yourself?
That's right.
So it happens. So it appears. Though I should hope not alone. The answer to that question rests with you. Your garb. You are a monk of the silent way. Seems pretty talkative to me. You are well read, Elf, the child listened so. Corvan, what do you know about of these people? Only a handful of monasteries in Veroa still practice the silent way. Its adherents are incredibly devout and only allowed to leave once they've heard their call, never to return. It couldn't hurt to gain some favor with the gods, given our situation. I wish I could promise as much, but all I may offer you is my spear. Then we shall have it. Have you come to gawk or to be put to the test? I grow tired of this babble. There's your Arima, young one. Sharpen up. This will put our best abilities to the test, if even half of the stories are true. Absolutely invigorating. It's been years since any challenger truly put me to the test. We may not have come had we known what a challenge it would be. I'm not sure I believe that, Princess. You don't seem the type to shy away from a challenge. Indeed not. And since we haven't, we should ask you some questions, exiled one. Tell me, young man, what brings you here?
Huh?
Me? Go ahead, Alden. Well, we came to find someone. I guess that's you. Sarah said you have one of the god stones. I see. Though I don't see what the point of fighting was if we're just going to talk anyway. You may understand in time. Would whichever of you is Sarah care to explain why you're after my supposed godstone? I would. Our research led us to believe you're in possession of Theron's aspect. Yes, I gathered that from your young friend here. You plan on taking it from him?
No!
No, not at all. We just wanted to ask you about it.
Are you sure?